sometimes it takes years before fans even realize like certain situations, or there might have been friction here, like Meth, Ray, certain members in the clan having
Outkast.
prior history and all that stuff. You don't find that out till later, but it did for 1 second seem apparent that Conway and West wasn't getting along. What was that about?
To be honest with you, I don't know what it's about, cause I'm in a loop with both of them. And whenever that was going on, I know they was talking. Same thing, you know what I'm saying? I call, they checking with each other. But this is what I want to say. That's to the world. Remind you that these are my cousins.
Right.
Man, that ain't the first time. It won't be the last. You know what I'm saying? So people looking at his brothers. So people looking at it like, yo, Conway, like, these are brothers. You don't think them never was doing what they was doing, made it look like that? And to be honest with you, these are my older cousins. So I'm not in them business. On some G, I might not be in a position to call them niggas like, man, what y'all? I mean, the big homies. You know what I'm saying?
Did you get those questions? Or at that time?
Yeah, I would get the questions, you know what I'm saying? Because I do more interviews than them.
Right.
So people would be asking me about that. I mean, but I just feel, that's who Conway been. That's who Conway always been. A recluse, especially after taking them shots. You just always been like that. You know what I'm saying? But them boys ain't. You see them together in Paris. I wasn't there. I'm like, niggas ain't called me for it. You know what I'm saying? But trust me, it's never nothing where niggas ain't doing business, and getting money, niggas ain't at each other's crib. It could never be like that. No, it could never be like that. You know what I'm saying?
So Hov's thing to you was the perception is gonna look like y'all on the outs with each other.
Yeah. That's why I never wanted to say like, yo, I signed Def Jam. I'm not on Griselda, because people like, yo,
I get it.
People want to say,
if all three of y'all together probably would have got, or in somebody else's mind, y'all would have got a bigger bag for y'all situation rather than separately.
Right.
Is that what Hov was pointing at?
I think, but realistically, literally, like I said, the way the deals are structured right now, like, we in talks right now doing a What Was She Gonna Do 2 album. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at, where he at, you know what I'm saying, it still could happen.
Right.
And it's still gonna happen. But it just ain't happen that way where everything is under one roof. I just feel like the communication was crossed. I feel like the meaning with the labels who was trying to do that, because the labels was trying to do that in between us.
What you mean? Like split y'all up?
It's like this. It's like this. A nigga might come to West and he be talking to West about doing a Benny contract, and that's all fine and dandy. But you gotta tap it with me too. You gotta see where I'm at. Now, like I said, I'm dealing with transparency. I'm not Liar Cohen. I'm not Dame Dash. I'm learning as I go. So I'm going off body language. I'm going off transparency. So when niggas, it was labels who was in talk to sign me, pulling up to shows, not even speaking to me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, X them niggas off the list. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I need transparency. I need a nigga to look me in my eye and tell me like, yo, this is how we doing it. That's just what I need. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm an independent artist. I'm used to doing everything myself. So I'm gonna need a certain level of transparency. And even if we a team, and if you got the transparency with y'all but not me, it's a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Hov or nothing like that. I think that was a situation with me and Ghazi. I feel like he didn't want to disrespect West by talking business with me. Like he always kind of talk light business with me when he talked, because he ain't want to disrespect West, because he came through. That's what I feel. He never said this, but I know he do all Griselda business. Conway over there, West still distributing over there. I'm not, because I kind of feel like he didn't know how to. You know what I mean? He didn't know how to really kick it with me, you know what I'm saying? And just tell me like, yo, you know what, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, by the time I had a foot in the door, he was really telling me like, yo, what you want? We can do it like, but I'm thinking like, damn, I'm already over there talking to these people. Nigga done met Snoop.
I'm turn Snoop down. Can't turn Snoop down now.
Exactly, real.
Nigga.
But shout out to Ghazi, man. The nigga done built everything over there.
Yeah, I love what they doing over there.
Man, you know, a lot of people, in a smart way, is trying to like double down on his formula. You know what I'm saying? Because what he got going on. So shout out to Ghazi.
They was a Ghazi, and it was the first ones to get you on JPEG. Right?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
With 10 and Talk 3 and all that 18-wheeler.
Man, Nima, them dudes is demons over there. Those dudes is demons over there. And that's what he always told me. It's like, I want to get you inside the system instead of just dropping it. You know, I dropped the 10 and Talk 3 project with Ghazi, and then I dropped some shit on my own. I went back and dropped the fucking Bird and the Plugs with Ghazi, and then I went back and I dropped some shit with somebody else. And then I went back 10 to Talk 4, and now I'm about to go to Def Jam. So that's what Ghazi was like, no, let's just drop 3 straight projects in a row. But I kind of feel like by the time that was articulated with me, I kind of had people I was doing that with already. You feel what I'm saying? So like I said, no disrespect to Ghazi, he that nigga, but you know what I'm saying? I just think he should have just told me, like, nigga, what you doing? Like, kind of been, like, more straightforward with me. You know what I'm saying?
It's tough because you don't want to cross lines.
That's what I said it was.
You don't want to be
like I said, he never, you know, Ghazi a stand-up guy. He never said this to me before, but me watching, I'm like, that's probably what I was, because he didn't want to disrespect West. He probably didn't know how far he could go with offering nothing to me, or, you know what I'm saying? So I get it.
You never want to be seen as the guy who's going behind somebody else to do, like,
But were these offers being presented to Wes?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Good looking. Cause man, that's the way the Griselda shit was made. That's the way the Griselda shit was built. You know, niggas basically just doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? But he knew I was under the imprint, and at the end of the day, it'd have to get oversaw by Wes. I'm saying, but any label meeting I was in, it was a label meeting that I brought Wes to. That I brought. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Wes, I got a meeting at such and such. Or I got a meeting here, it went good. Or, yo, I got a meeting here, you can make it? I'm saying, I remember like the first time I was in 2018, Steve Rifkin. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there, he wanted to holler at me. I brought Wes. I'm saying, like, yo, come over to Steve Rifkin house. We in Beverly Hills at Steve Rifkin house on his leg in his bedroom. He just laying down with his leg elevated and shit. But just inviting Wes. I'm just working. He know I'm a dog. So, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going off. I'm kicking it with guys. He like, yo, we could talk freely. You know what I'm saying? But he probably like, I don't know, man.
It just makes it.
I get it.
I personally would be uncomfortable in that situation, talking to you without. I wouldn't want to make it seem like I'm going behind somebody's back to have a conversation. Like just grown men, everybody's grown, everybody can make their own decisions. However, I wouldn't want to be seen as the evil exec guy who's sneaking around behind to have a secret conversation, and I wouldn't want to do that. Perception becomes reality. What's your line?
Unchecked lie
becomes the truth.
Unchecked lie becomes the truth.
You just and that's which is what I'm hearing Hov talk to you about is the way it's gonna look. The way it's gonna look.
Yeah.
The way it's gonna look. People are way more concerned with how something looks than how something actually is.
That's a fact, real shit.
Which is a fucking shame.
That's why they say perception is truth.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Which is super stupid. Super stupid. But too many people make decisions based on what it appears to be versus what I can tell an artist, if you do this, and this, you're gonna blow up. And they'll see the first 3 things and they'll be like, nah, because I gotta look broke while I'm doing these 3 things. Yeah, but if you do them, these last 2 is gonna be lit. They'll never make it past the first 3 because it looks crazy.
What's the 3 broke things?
Could be. If I told you,
hand out your CD on 42nd Street.
Could be. But if I told you it was part of a promotional thing and I got cameras and I know exactly what I'm going to do with this footage, all you got to do is stand there and hand out these. It could be that. Yeah. And then as soon as we get to the 3rd time you do it, I'm going to have a billboard of you with that same photo flash over your head. All you got to do is hold down these 3 things. Most dudes' pride wouldn't let them, the perception wouldn't let them make it to the 3rd thing. And that perception really looks crazy. So as an exec, as an A&R, I wouldn't want to have a conversation outside of your base. I wouldn't want to talk to somebody behind their back and then turn around and risk them saying, yo, you was trying to talk to
But that's what makes the Griselda just so different, and it's that we was conducting business like that. Like I know what Conway did his own shit over there. You feel what I'm saying? Is we conducted out, like you see how I did with Snoop, you know what I'm saying? Like people was working on that deal, but me and Snoop got it to the finish line. So, you know what I mean? That's what, and like I said, when I meant to say that I brought West to all the meetings because, you know, that wasn't his thing. He was never going to call a meeting about, what I'm saying, maybe about me. He'd bring up my name and let him know, but you know, cause he a nigga like he underground. He probably he a nigga. Well, not probably. I'm pretty sure he probably felt like a nigga didn't need to do the Def Jam shit. So he probably like they probably hit him about me. He probably like, nah, just stay like this. Just stay like this.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.